Thank you for joining us. I am Toke Eid, the director of the Keynes Fund in Cambridge, and my guest today is Xiong. We're here to talk about your new Keynes Fund project, Research on Data Privacy and Digital Economy. What is your research question?
My research question is focused on how consumers share the data with digital platforms and how different data privacy regulations may affect their data sharing. Digital technology has started to reshape economies and financial systems around the world. Data sharing by consumers is key to the supply of data, which are the blood of the booming digital economy. Some economists have even started to label data as a third factor of the macroeconomy, in addition to labor and capital. However, there are also growing concerns about data privacy protections across the world, which has led to the General Data Privacy Regulation, or GDPR, enacted by the European Union in 2018, and similar regulations in other countries as well. Despite the importance of data privacy and protections, we know very little about the consumers' data privacy preferences and how their data privacy preferences actually affect their data sharing choices. My project aims to study how consumers balance their privacy concerns with their demands for digital applications, which often require consumers to share their personal data.
What are you looking at that hasn't been addressed before?
In lab experiments, previous studies have found a phenomenon called the privacy paradox. That is, consumers tend to say that they care about their privacy, yet at the same time, they're willing to share their personal information, such as email address or phone number, either freely or at small rewards, such as a pizza. In policy discussions of data privacy, commentators sometimes give very different interpretations of this phenomenon, such as consumers do not really care about their privacy despite their claimed privacy concerns, or consumers are simply frustrated with protecting their data privacy in the age of digital economy. These orthogonal interpretations reflect the lack of understanding about how consumers share their personal data with digital platforms in realistic situations. Do they really care about their privacy? Are they frustrated with their inability to protect their privacy? My project confronts these questions by taking a survey of users of Alipay, a highly popular payment and lifestyle platform with more than 1 billion active users in China, about their data privacy preferences. We also combine their survey responses with their observed authorization of data sharing with third-party mini programs on Alipay platform to examine how their privacy preferences actually affect their data sharing choices. Previous studies have not directly combined the consumer's self-claimed privacy concerns with the actual data sharing choices. This combination allows us to shed new light on data privacy paradox. First, we confirm the paradox by showing that the respondents who state strong privacy concerns tend to authorize more rather than less data sharing. Second, we rule out a number of arguments such as unreliable survey responses and resignation from active protection of the data privacy. Finally, and more importantly, we show that this puzzling phenomenon can be explained by consumers' growing privacy concerns with their demand for digital applications. That is, as consumers develop enjoyment from using the powerful and convenient services offered by many programs, they may also become more concerned about the potential risks from the extensive data sharing with those programs.
What wider social issues do your research address?
My research of data privacy is ultimately related to a more general social issue about algorithmic inequality. Data sharing empowers the fast-growing digital economy that greatly benefits the general population. However, data sharing may also expose some consumers, especially vulnerable consumers, to potential exploitations by firms and digital platforms. The large volume of consumer data makes it possible for firms to figure out not only preferences, but also vulnerabilities of each consumer, thus making it possible for some firms to target consumers when they are mostly vulnerable. This is a key concern about the digital economy. Thus, protecting data privacy is ultimately about protecting vulnerable consumers and to protect the digital economy from growing at the expense of some vulnerable consumers.
One of the objectives of the Keynes Fund is to strengthen the research base in Cambridge and help younger researchers establish themselves. How does your project do that?
My project will employ students, possibly undergraduate, master, or PhD students, to help with different parts of the analysis, from data processing to literature review and so on. I may also form a reading group for junior faculty members and interested students to discuss the frontier development in research of digital economy and the data privacy.